Hey everyone, let's play some games. Today I'm playing the Control Warrior. I've gotten up to rank 1 after a lot of games since last video. It was really tough. I actually fell down to rank 3 for a bit, and then I started playing the mage since I wasn't facing so many hunters and was facing a lot of Control Warriors. But then after I got back up to rank 2, I started facing a lot of hunters again and paladins. So I went to the warrior because it does better versus those two classes, and it took me up to rank 1. So let's see if you can keep winning here. Let's keep Death Spite around. I like all whirlwind effects versus paladins nowadays. You don't need to be super fast usually, but you do need to have something, and you definitely need to have some whirlwind. I do prefer, of course, having a 5e Warhack, since that Zombie Chow turn 1 play is also quite common. Now, how do we approach this? I think we just pass here, right? I mean, we could play at Armor Smith, but it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. So let's end turn here. It would make more sense on turn 2, because then you can follow up with Death Spite the turn after, because I would still have the coin. But yeah, okay, math. He's getting that perfect curve. Hopefully he doesn't have the you know what coming up. I think maybe we have to be a bit aggressive with our cards here. We do have the coins, so we have one more card to start with than he does. So I think maybe a slam on the Knife Juggler is okay. Yeah, it's just I'm thinking Muster is coming up, and I'm probably gonna Death Spite next turn. Okay, so no Muster, but Death Spite still look quite appealing. So if we play, nah, probably Death Spite is probably the best choice here. The problem is I don't really have a good follow-up if I do that. But if I play Berserker, it just dies, so that's not very good. Let's kill that. Heal back up a bit. That's nice. What's not nice is that minion really slowed me down, because otherwise I could have started with Armor Smith flooding Berserker instead. So, definitely worked out for him. Well, he continues playing good cards, unfortunately. Well, let's see here. Well, he didn't play on Curve last turn, right? Because that's a 2-mana minion, but we don't really have a good answer here. I think we hit that and hope to draw something decent. I mean, I hope that he gets something terrible, that's what I meant. Okay, let's play the Flooding Berserker here. At least he can't kill it super easy. Well, but the problem is if he musters, he can hit it with the sword and the fender. That's not much better, is it? No, it is not. Huh. Shield Slam. Well, I think it is just play the Sludge Belcher here. That's pretty much the only choice. At least he doesn't have anything with 5 attack on the board, but still, if he does play Muster, then he can kill it with the 1/4 weapon and the Barber. Okay, Knife Juggler. Yeah, there it is. And we do not have any whirlwinds on in the hand, so that is a bit of an issue. We have Baron Get, but it's like 1 mana too much. It would actually be really, really good if we could play it here, but as it is, I think the only... Well, we could either play Sylvanas, but let's see here. He has 4, 7, 9, 10, 12 damage on the board, so that seems kinda not so appealing. I think we play the Shield Maid instead, and hope he trades a couple of minions into it. Then maybe we can follow up with Barongeddon to clear up the board. I mean, that's my hope here, because otherwise it's looking kind of bad. Maybe if we got a Whirlwind and he does not have a Quartermaster, but if he has if he plays... Okay, it looks like he doesn't have a Quartermaster. I don't think he would have traded that otherwise then. Well. Okay. How low are we gonna go? Ah, the problem is Dr. Boom. Baron is not gonna solve that issue. Right. I'm not really sure there's anything we can do here. It's just, it's too much. Too much. So, well played.
Well played.
Let's try to play another game. Hopefully it'll go a bit better. Man, that's just... that was pretty brutal. Alright, let's see here what we get next. Overall, I have an okay win rate versus Paladins with this deck. It's slightly over 50%. It's in the very low 50s, so it's a pretty even matchup. But can't win them all, unfortunately. What really helps, of course, is that there are a lot of whirlwinds and such in Warrior, which is why the mage suffers so much versus it. Oh, versus a life coach. Well, could be interesting. I wish I was playing the mage though, it's so good versus priest, but control warrior does alright. So let's see. I think I'm gonna keep these two around. Hope I can get maybe an armor smith or something, or the fiery war axe, but... okay, well, I really like Death Spite versus priest because it kills the... that 3-4 guy. You know the guy. Whatever. He has a name, and I don't remember it. No 2-drops, but hopefully it'll be alright. Even though, that's kind of what I said last game, right? Well, we did have a 2-drop last game, but we couldn't really play it because he had played the Zombie Chow. Well, let's see what happens here.
I must consider...
You must. And you must not kill me, otherwise we run back down to rank 2, and that would be a little sad. I was thinking a long time about turn 1 here. I guess he does have the coin, so could be some... well, this is a very simple turn. Let's pretend we're like thinking about something. Oh, no. Let's just armor up instead. Alright. That's good he didn't play anything powerful there, because that could have been a bit rough. Playing an Acolyte of Pain is actually kinda tempting here, but you know what? I think I would rather play Frauding. I can play the Acolyte together with Death Spites, Deathrattle later anyway, so I'll get value from it. I would rather go for the better tempo play here. Let's see what he does. I'm happy we can play. You have a lot of options for next turn, like Slam, Taskmaster, Death Spite. We could play an Acolyte too, but probably not. So even though we had a slow start, it still looks quite reasonable. Well, he's really thinking about it. Maybe he's like streaming and talking about his moves. Wouldn't be surprising. I know he does stream quite a bit. Okay, so we got another loot hoarder. Wish we had the whirlwind here. That would be so good. But well, can't have it all. So how do we approach this? Problem is, he can run those 2 loot hoarders into that to kill it if I don't get rid of one of them. And that's not really very appealing. So I think I'm gonna play Death Spite here. Maybe play Acolyte next turn. And just go for the face? Yeah. I don't think there's any real reason for me to kill that loot hoarder here. Yeah, no. Let's just do it this way. Let's see what he does. Well, so far it's going alright, but let's see what happens this turn. Could really change things. Nothing too bad could happen, right? Of course, famous last words. Well, he doesn't seem too happy with his hands, so I'm pleased with that. If he doesn't play anything and just heals up, I think I just kill the loot hoarder with a Taskmaster and keep my weapon alive. Of course, he could run. The Harrison Jones. And I'm just kind of setting myself up. So maybe it's better if I just play the Acolyte here. He still has the coin, doesn't he? Oh no, I can't even. Nah, he hasn't used the coin. So that makes me a little worried because that means he has 6 mana next turn. It also means that he does not have Harrison Jones because he could have played it this turn. Then again, nah, he would have played it, I think. So that makes me not want to play the Acolyte here. Especially because wouldn't really be getting good value out of that anyway. Right, let's just do this. Because then if he plays the Cabal Shadow Priest and steals my 2/2, it's really not a big deal. Because then I can kill the priest with the Death's Bite while I play an Acolyte, so and just buff up my Frauding Berserker more. Alright.
Embrace the void.
So I get the Soul Priest, Circle of Healing. Ah, that makes sense. So he was just hoping that I would play a bunch of stuff so he could get good value from a board clear. He got decent value, but definitely not crippling for us. So we don't really have a lot of options here. So I think we just play the Acolyte and see if we can draw like another Frauding or something. We have good cards in our hand, but nothing to really do here. Now I'm not playing a weapon. Too many priests run Harrison, so I would not want a 2 durability weapon on.
Let me change
Yeah, well, yeah, that would happen. But at least I did get a card out of it before he stole it. The question is what to do next turn. I mean, he can't do anything else, right? Unless he has some 0 mana card. Circle of Healing? That doesn't seem like, that doesn't really make any sense. Why would he do that? Okay, so he has a lot of cards already, so denying card draw, not really that amazing. Funny thing is, if I could get him to draw 2 cards with the Acolyte this turn, he would burn a card, but I can't really do that, so could execute it, but it's like, it's kind of meh. Maybe Slam and then finish it off with a weapon. Could execute it, but maybe would there be a way for him to take advantage of it? It's just, priests don't have that many beefy execute targets anyway. And I have like 2 executes, 2 shield slams. Okay, you know what, let's get rid of it. Because if I want to kill a minion next turn with the weapon, I don't want to give him double draws with that Acolyte.
Bring out your dead.
Not Deathrattle. That actually makes sense. I mean, he was playing Loot Hoarders earlier. Dr. Boom. Well, I guess I spoke a little too soon there. But we can kill Dr. Boom and the bombs. But we cannot kill the Undertaker if we do that. Huh. So how do we do it? Do we play Sylvanas? That could be interesting, right? What if the bombs hit Sylvanas? Yeah. Let's go for that.
No time for games.
And if it doesn't, well, we still have to... Ah! Oh, and if he had like 1 more mana or something, that's disappointing. Ah well, I just had 1 armor. Okay, well hopefully he doesn't have a silence. I still think Sylvanas made the most sense there. It had potential to be even greater. But then again, if he doesn't have silence, then it's totally fine. Then it's actually... yeah, very reasonable. Alright, let's see what you got there. I never really thought of the fact that Undertaker get double buffed from Dr. Boom. I don't even think I've seen it yet. Even though a lot of people run Undertaker and Dr. Boom in the same deck. But I just haven't seen it happen before. Alright. Hopefully his long thinking means that he does not have a silence.
Is someone injured?
Alright. So he's gonna see and hope that maybe I get like a weak minion instead. I mean, I'm sure Sylvana is gonna die this turn. If it's not silenced. Because he can't let me decide how it gets traded. I feel like that would be a mistake. So Sylvana's Deathrattle goes off first. Means if I kill that, then I would get either of those two. If I had like a way to I could play...
What now?
Yeah, if I just could kill that with like one more armor. But we don't have Shield Maiden. Shield Maiden would be so good here. How to do it? So you run that in. I mean, you probably gotta have to run that in and just hope to get Dr. Boom. And then, do we play Ragnaros or do we play Sludge Belcher plus 5 Evorax? Maybe.
Let none survive.
Okay, let's just see which one we get. Come on, Dr. Boom. Oh, good. Okay. And then... I think I want to play the Sludge Belcher and the weapon here. Then we can armor up. It's nice to get some armor because then maybe we can get a Shield Slam later. Alright. Hopefully he doesn't have a Black Knight. Because then he can Black Knight that, run that into that, heal up, draw a card. He already has a bunch of cards. We don't have that many, so... Is that. Thankfully we have some decent value in our hand though. But, well, let's see if he uses Shadow Word Death on that or Big Game Hunter. If he doesn't, that means that our Ragnaros is probably safe as well. And if he does, well, that's one of them gone from his hand. So... Ragnaros wasn't that appealing because, well, he had two really weak minions on the board, so... Not much value from Ragnaros there. Alright, heal that for a card. Let's see if you get a way to kill Dr. Boom. If he doesn't, we're actually getting close to lethal here. We have 10, 13, 21 with Ragnaros, right? Right, so if you just go for the face, there's 25% chance that we just win outright. And if we don't win outright, then it kills one of his minions. Right, 13, 21. Okay, let's go for that. Go for the 25%. But even if we don't win here, it's a decent spot, I would say. Come on. Ah, alright. I was kinda hoping it would hit the Soul Priest then, because I'm afraid of like another Circle of Healing or something. Shenanigans. But hey, he's very low on life. We still have Grommass somewhere in the deck. It seems like he doesn't have any Shadow Word Deaths. I guess he could like do Light Bomb too. Oh yeah, I hope he doesn't have Light Bomb. Okay, good. Alright. I went a lot better than the first game. Okay, so we're feeling we have a little buffer zone here at rank 1 now. That's good, because that means that even if we lose the next game, at least we will stay rank 1. But let's try to win it instead and get closer to Legend. Alright, let's see here. What do we have? Paladin again. Well, yeah. All these paladins lately. Thing is, I'm actually doing okay versus them on my warrior, but I'm really scared of them. Let's keep the whirlwind. You know why. And let's see if we can get a 5e war axe this time, maybe? Not brilliant. This is gonna be a rough one. And that's the zombie chow again. It seems so familiar. Alright, I think we just yeah, intern here. There's nothing we can really do.
Reporting for duty.
Well, no knife juggler this time, so that's an improvement. Then the question is... Oh, I think... do we play that one? I mean, then we can't play Deathspite next turn, but maybe that won't be necessary. There's like no way he can kill it from what he has on the board. Let's go with this. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's good. And if he does muster here, then we have Whirlwind, so.
Put this apple on your
Knife
head.
juggler. Very suspicious. Alright, let's see here. He can kill the knife juggler, which we definitely should. We actually could clear the board. We probably should, right? We do use the whirlwind, but we still have Death's Bite, which I'm pretty sure I'm gonna play next turn. But the problem is, if he musters next turn... No, then we can kill at least one of them. Okay. So if we do... Whirlwind. It's not, I mean, there's not really that many other things we can't do here, so... Then we hit that, and then we gotta kill the knife juggler, of course. Okay, we actually have a pretty good curve if you look at it now. Death's Bite, Sludge Belcher, Sylvanas, so could work out. And even if he kills that with like the Muster Hammer, then well, he still takes 9 damage. Oh, Big Game Hunter. That makes sense. At least that's a Big Game Hunter out of the way. And you know what? Losing a Frothing to a Big Game Hunter, that feels a lot better than losing a Ragnaros. So there is that. Okay, there we go. The only fear is Harrison Jones. I haven't seen Harrison that much in Paladin lately, so yeah, not this time either. Good. Let's kill that one. Or do we? Thing is, we don't know what comes out of it, and that removes our whirlwind. So I think, in fact, I prefer this because like you don't know what comes out of it. Could be like Millhouse. That's the worst, when you get Millhouse out of their piloted shredders. It's like, kill the 4-3 and now he has a 4-4 with no downside.
None.
Ugh, Black Knight. Oh, that's no good. Let's see, what's that into that? At least that means the silver lining again. That means he doesn't have a Black Knight for the Sludge Belcher. But, interesting. We have the Sylvanas and the Shield Slam. That's one of the best answers to Tyrion. But of course it requires that you have armor up by the time that comes down and board control, so it's only Tyrion. But I have stolen a couple of Tyrions in my time. Well, let's kill that, see what comes out of it. Okay. Then we probably just kill that, play Sludge Belcher. Let's see what happens next. At least we have managed to... Oh boy. Oh, well that's a little scary. Ah, Whirlwind could be useful. At least we don't have too much to play together with Whirlwind. Maybe just play Sylvanas, because we can't just like give up on the tempo entirely. Like, well, okay. So if we attack, we could also clear the board, but then we don't have any minions. We could also go for the see if we can steal, kind of like we did versus the Priest. It didn't work that game, but hey, we can try again, right? Alright, let's go for it.
No time for games.
And then let's see. Come on, bombs. Hit Sylvanas, you can do it. Ah! You needed to hit for 4, on both of them needed to hit. Ah well. Was worth a try, right? If it had worked, it would have been so awesome, but it's kind of similar versus the Priest. Just gotta hope he doesn't have a silence. Alright. Well, so it looks like he just goes for the kind of like, you know, let me do the. Oh, interesting. Oh. So do we shield slam here to get his Dr. Boom? Problem is we don't really have anything exciting to play here. Yeah, it's kind of.
I wonder.
He can still kill Dr. Boom with his weapon. Granted, it would take him down to 14 after I attack there. And we do have Grommash. But that's not... Okay, you know what? What if we do that shield slam and then hit the face here? Because then there's potential to have lethal next turn if things go well. Because we have Grommash and shield slam, right? That's 10 damage. That's 3 damage. And if he hits that with the weapon, well, that takes him down to 11. So this could work. We're running out of options here because he has way more cards than us. And we don't really have any card draw coming, it looks like.
Put this apple on your head.
Alright.
Ah!
Well, that ruins everything, unfortunately. Alright. Well, I guess we still have Dr. Boom alive at least, that's nice. Right, what if we... it's just Baron doesn't really accomplish us that much. Well, I think we gotta kill that knife juggler. And then we just Baron get armor up. And at least it takes away that shield, so I'm kind of thinking... Well, he might just trade those two into it, unfortunately. And that leaves us a little short of a potential lethal next turn. But I think it was the best play we could make there. Muster.
Reporting for duty.
I have no time for
Oh
games.
no, Sylvanas. Because that kind of ruins our whole... Well, we don't actually have armor for... I mean, we close, but not quite there. The thing is, he has 4-9 damage on the board. I don't think we can afford to try and hope to play Acolyte together with a Whirlwind, because I think we'll be dead by then. So instead, I think we just have to play it here. And armor up. If he has Muster, that's... Oh, not Muster, Quartermaster, that's 9, 14, 15. So that's not lethal, actually. So what are we hoping for? good things to happen. We need him to not have a Quartermaster for one. Shield Maiden. Not really gonna cut it here. Problem is that Sylvanas, we can get armor to kill it with Shield Slam from the Shield Maiden, but then we just lose our Shield Maiden to the Deathrattle. So that's not really that great. Wow, he's so low. But can't do it. But at least if we had a Taskmaster, it would be even more frustrating. Then we would just be 1 damage short of lethal. But alright, so now he has 6, 9, 10 damage. I'm actually thinking of something like Acolyte, Shield Slam it, but then it's like, what are we hoping to draw here? That's a real issue. I guess the best we can do is just... I think I'm actually gonna go for the face here. Just kinda like thinking, what if we somehow survive and we draw Death Spite or something? Lay on hands, okay. Looks like we're not dying this turn. We need Death Spite, Grommass, that's 18. We need to... Huh? What? Oh, because he wants to keep Sylvanas, yeah. Not looking too hot. But I guess if we draw Whirlwind, we could clear the board. Or Death Spite. Don't think that quite cuts it, but what if we do Shield Slam on that, play Death Spite, hit the face, then things are looking better. But problem is he has such a card advantage, and he has the tempo advantage. And he has Tyrion, so not much we can do there. Okay, well, let's see what we get. Maybe sometimes there's a card you forget about that can save. No, I don't think that's it. Don't think that's it. Yeah, slam. Oh, more card draw. Let's draw one more card. And that's not what we need. Alright, thanks for watching everyone. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.